We are now recording. What's up, everybody? It is Kaiser Axel, and today, we have a match between Glenn and our new introduction to this tournament who just joined right now. It's Noah. He's representing the poison type. Unfortunately, we won't have Glenn in this commentary until afterwards. So until then, we have my good buddy Nino, who's going to co-host with me. Say hello.
Hello. You probably remember me getting clapped by Axel in our battle recently, but
Things
things
happen. Yeah, it happens. So, we've got a pretty powerful looking team between both of them. Glenn rocking the Empoleon, I'm in favor of that. He already won my heart. I love that man. And then on top of that, he has the Volcanion. Volcanion is a great powerhouse. And then for Noah, I don't know what is that? Sneasler, I think? Yeah, Sneasler. I don't know what it does. There is the Petrant, which is like super bulky, and then there's always Gengar as a major threat, not to mention that there's the Toxapex. So it looks like there's gonna be some sort of like mischief coming in on Noah's side. So that's something that Glenn's going to have to pay attention to. Alrighty. Nino, what are your thoughts of this battle?
Well, this is gonna be an interesting one because, like, I have touched out or seen like what Noah's done in the past, but it hasn't been. It's just kind of like a little random battle. I do know that Gengar is one of his favorites, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he do with that. I am in favor, of course, of that Galarian Weezing because fairy, but we'll get with that.
So it looks like it's a battle between the fairies and the Empoleon.
This will be interesting though. Looking forward to seeing what happens.
It is looking interesting. Okay, I would like both of you to deafen yourselves now, because we're going to talk about what you two might be doing as openers. Alright, so looking at both of their teams, I'm thinking that maybe Glenn's going to open up with either the Empoleon or the Swampert, probably get some rocks out, try to get some momentum. That Swampert and that Gastrodon, for sure, are going to be key to winning this game.
Looks like it. I just from seeing, and remembering your guys' battle, I feel like there's gonna be, some yawns coming out. Just say it.
God, that freaking yawn. And then looking at Noah's team, I'm predicting that he's either going to have the Glamora or that Toxapex coming out, unless he wants to go super hard, super fast, in which case we might see the Gengar and the Sneasler. But anyways, you want to hop into this battle with me?
Absolutely.
Alright, let's go. Let's see what they're gonna start their leads with. This is like our first time ever seeing Petrant in any of our battles, whether it be with friends or even in this tournament that we're hosting ourselves. That Broxius though, interesting pick off of Glenn.
Right? I'm not too familiar with that either. I mean, I know I'm still new. Oh, there's that Slowking. Is it going to happen?
Looking at the Slowking, it might be the screeners. Yes.
Oh, the screen?
It's the screens, just like it was in my match with him. So, Glamora sets up the Stealth Rock. Great for Noah. And in return, Glenn sets up a Stealth Rock. He returns the rocks. Yeah. Okay. No. Glamora clicks Stealth Rock twice? Oh.
I think maybe a misclick?
Maybe, yeah, that's a
Oh,
misclick.
and there's,
Oh, and the Future Sight. He probably should have set up the screens instead, since he did have this Future Sight already locked in.
Very true.
Yeah, so he probably could have gotten up a Reflect, which would have helped him out, but instead he got a little anxious, and so he clicked the Psychic, and so Future Sight was wasted. But can't help that. Noah did manage to spin away the rocks, but losing his spinner means that Glenn can just set it right back up.
Yep, definitely. And then I'm not too sure what ability he might have had, but that could have, that probably would have also gotten rid of, some toxic spikes. Although I do know that Galarian Weezing can as well, interesting enough. Oh, no, it was the Future Sight that set up. Oh my gosh.
Wait, I thought Future Sight... Oh, Future Sight is 2 turns ahead. Oh god, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I barely see that move at all. But, Glenn taking a commanding lead right now. I don't know what Noah's gonna do to pull back. If anything, we might have to see maybe the Gengar or the Sneasler come in, as those can hit it super hard. The Weezing... I think Weezing can probably take a hit, but I don't know about 2.
There's that Thunderbolt, I figured, but the light screen is still up, so that's kind of...
Ooh, and Glenn goes for the Slack Off, which puts him back over 50%. It's looking like the Slowking's just like doing so much work. it resets the light screen, which is great. I think Noah's not in the best position. Oh, and out comes the Gastrodon. That's a good pick because it just absorbs the lightning.
Exactly.
And then it gets some leftovers recovery. That is awesome to hear. Sludge Bomb, not going to do as much because of the light screens. And then Glenn sets up the spikes. That's going to be very hurtful for Noah if he cannot get rid of those.
He does have defog, I believe, right? I mean, I know I can learn it. I don't know if he has it on or not, but let's hope.
We'll see what it does have. If it does have that, it's gonna be great for him. And oh my god, the freaking yawn. Traumatized from my battle with him. But he does manage to get the poison off the Gastrodon. Although with as little damage as he's doing, I don't think it's gonna matter.
Oh my, that earth
And
power.
there is the knockout for the Gastrodon. Glenn in a huge commanding lead. I think Noah probably should have brought in the Gengar or even the Sneasel like turns ago. That way he could get that Slowking out of the way for good.
Absolutely. And the Petrarant is out. Let's see. Just like how you said, I don't really know too much about it. I tried looking into a bit, but kind of lost interest.
Petrarant being one of those very rare Pokemon, one of those mythical Pokemon, but unlike other mythical Pokemon, it has like I believe a 160 in defense. Noah,
there's your boy.
That's my boy. He's doing some work, absorbing the Hex, and unfortunately, I think Noah forgot that Empoleon is a Steel type. Therefore, his poison attacks will not work. This Recover comes off and still does the Stealth Rock from the Empoleon. Love it. Nightshade coming in, looking great against this Empoleon. Glenn, if you make this Empoleon die, you will regret it. But Nightshade.
He has skills right now.
Yeah, he has. If you better not do it, Glenn.
That Nightshade though.
That Nightshade coming in clutch. In comes the flip turn. What will Glenn go for? If I were Glenn, I'd probably go into either the Swampert or the Gastrodon.
I think he felt a little bit of. I think he felt your pressure, your presence in the back of his mind. Is that Gastrodon just like you called?
Yes, but I think the Gastrodon's going to be too slow, so I think the Petrarant will pick up a kill on it with the Nightshade. Unless it lives with like a small percentage. Ooh! Instead it goes for the Hex. That is great.
Nice.
Petrarant. Oh, that's right. Petrarant is a ghost type, so it does get stabbed. And Hex doubles because the target was poisoned or had a status affliction, which is great. Right now, that is probably the best thing that's happened for Noah. We'll see what else will happen. For Glenn, he might send out the Slowking again, try to reset the screens, because I think he wants to have those screens for when the other two of Noah's Pokemon come out. I don't see Bruxious coming in at all, just because of how like stupidly defensive Petrarant can be. Maybe the Volcanion.
Oh, there it is.
I was just about to say maybe the Volcanion trying to get that special attack, offensive pressure, because Petrarant, like I said, is more physically defensive rather than special. So far, it's turning out. I thought it was gonna be like one-sided, but it.
Oh my!
Oh, it ate that Earthquake up. If I were.
And knocked by the Petrarant. Would that make it 2, I believe? 2 knocks for it?
Yep, Petrarant gets a 2-0 so far. Its first appearance in any of our battles, and I am loving it so far.
I'm pretty sure Zach would hate it.
Oh, I bet so as well. I'm not sure what this... Oh, it's a little bit...
Oh, another Earthquake.
It's slower than the Swampert. I think that might have been one of his only ways of possibly getting back in this game.
Definitely.
Poor thing. In comes the Gengar, gets hurt by the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes. Glenn looking terrifying. Do not kill my penguin.
Yeah?
Well, it's not my penguin, but don't kill the penguin. Gengar, possibly maybe like a grass type attack? No, it goes for the Sludge Bomb, resisted by the Swampert, and it fires back the Earthquake. Ooh, Noah down to his last Pokemon. And I don't think that Noah can pull this out. Maybe he might be able to pick up another kill, if anything. But that Sneasel does hit hard, I know that for sure. Dire Claw, resisted. Oh, but it gets a poison, but it gets KO'd. Earthquake seals the deal for Glenn, winning him his first match of this Monotype tournament. I gotta say, it went a little better than I was expecting.
Definitely.
Both players played very well.
Whoa.
Kind of a shame that, like, the Petron went down. I think that was Noah's only way of getting back into this game.
I feel like he would have, if he could have like gotten up like the top spice, set that up real quick and then hopefully kept it. I think that Malignant Chain really would have.
True. That Malignant Chain would have done so much. Even the Hex, because we saw how much damage that Hex does.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about the Hex, but yeah, I mean, Malignant Chain too. But definitely, yeah, that is very interesting. I mean, definitely like something when you look at the moveset is, something that would stand out, but just, to see it in action just...
Yeah. Well, anyways, let's get our two contestants in here. Guys, gotta say, that actually was a pretty entertaining battle. It looked like in the beginning, Glenn, you had a commanding lead, but then that Petron was like...
Yeah, that Petron, I was
terrifying.
I was like, man, it was like faster than a lot of my mons, and I'm like, what was this thing's base speed again? I had to go look it up real quick, and I'm like, oh, no wonder it's faster. I was like, no wonder it's faster.
No, but I thought it was well played on both of your parts. That Slow King, of course, you brought it in our match. Same for the Astrodon that Jan said. I really hate that Jan said. Glenn, I was manifesting some energy your way when I saw that Empoleon. And then when that
dwindled down.
As it was getting dwindled down, I'm like, he better not let this penguin die, or I will be mad at him.
I was actually pretty close. I'm like, do I sack this thing? No, I can't sack it. It's the only thing with heavy duty boots. I can't sack it.
I like how that was his first thought, and then there's a bit of a residual thing after that would have followed.
But I think you had some interesting picks here. I did like the breakfast pick just because of that whole psychicness. Of course, you have the Gastrodon, you have the Swampert for the ground coverage, you have Empoleon, which is the only water steel Pokemon, which is why I fucking love it, beside it being a penguin. And then you had Volcanion. Volcanion was a very interesting pick as well, but I guess you wanted that special offense pressure. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no, see, like, the reason for my Volcanion pick was because I thought Noah might have brought, like, some grass types, some of the grass poison types to the to the battle. So, like, that's what my thing was for it. Because there's no other water fire types either, but I mean, like, yeah, so that was like my thinking for it. I was like, oh man, if he brings some of the grass types, I need something to like go against it, So, like...
Very true, very true. Noah, new to the scene, new to the tournament, how do you think you did in this battle with Glenn?
Terrible. I didn't actually set up the team. It's literally the first set of Pokemon that I just had set up. I didn't actually go about swapping anything to what I would think would be useful.
I mean, even if it was like some sort of defaulted team, it looked like it was actually working it for a while.
Absolutely.
That Petron was probably your MVP of this match. Unfortunately, the Earthquake did get it. You had some like huge threats, like watching the replay right now, looking at the Slowking, we were saying that maybe you should have brought in the Gengar, maybe the Sneasler. Those would have really helped you out a lot. I think Sneasler, oh, it's fighting poison. Oh, that would have taken. Isn't there a maybe like,
well, if it was fighting poison, does it get Brick Break?
I think it does get Brick Break. Most fighting Pokemon do get Brick Breaks, which would have helped you a lot.
I honestly was thinking about it the entire time, like I should have just used Weezing's defog.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
I would just.
So what defog does? It gets rid of all hazards, all screens. It gets rid of everything. So it like even gets rid of the stuff that's on your side of the field, which helps you not take all that residual damage. It did. What ability was your Glimmora? Was it the toxic debris or was it corrosion?
It was toxic debris, but it kept getting special attacks. So it's thing. That's why we did one thing of stealth drop. Like, oh, then poison debris would kick in, but only got hit by special attacks.
Yeah, Glenn brought pretty much all special attackers aside from the Swampert and the Bractious. which actually worked out in his favor. Unfortunate for you though, but this is a learning experience.
And hey, I mean, you knocked 2 of them.
And hey, I one step closer to be the first stream leader. Let's go.
Yeah.
Damn it!
So-
That's supposed to be mine!
Not yet, buddy.
We
not
learned.
yet.
I have a question just for Noah, like real quick. Did you? No, don't worry about it. Did you think about, or do you have toxic spikes on you wheezing?
Oh.
I'm just only mentioning because I know, like, the Petra, I believe the Petra came out after the wheezing, correct?
Yeah, it came out.
Yeah. No, Wheezing had Default, Clear Smog, Thunderbolt, and Sludge Bomb.
I mean, that's still a good setup. So, like, you know, I'm only just thinking because of the fact that how,
Yeah. Oh my.
you know,
I
that
was.
Hex though was amazing. I'm gonna be honest, that Hex was great with that. I was like, I felt like if you could have gotten that
Yeah.
off more with the poison, that would have been something.
Yeah, I wanted to put in Toxic Spikes, but then I accidentally. This is the only. I just picked the first team box. I wasn't actually
Right.
cleaning anything up.
But hey, even with like, with a little bit less preparation, like, that was still like I enjoyed the battle.
I thought it was very enjoyable.
preparation.
I mean, even for no preparation, you did amazing, and we're looking forward to seeing more of you as the weeks go by. This will be going. Well, we're recording this before you challenge Zach, but if you haven't seen the match between Noah and Zach, that's gonna be somewhere in the link description down below. Be sure to tune into that one. But yeah, Noah, get ready for your battle with Zach. I don't know when he'll be here, if he is going to be here tonight. And then after that, get ready for next week, because next week your opponent is my co-host for today, Nuno.
Hello. Those poisons will not touch my fairies. Keep them away from my precious fairies.
Alrighty, gamers. We'll see you next time, and stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Lola.